Now, Danita Harris is outside. The young ones out playing may not know the right time to come in. Danita's got tips.
Well, you know what, Mark, when heat like today takes over, most of us stay near a fan or we're in air conditioning to try to stay cool. But what if you're an athlete and you have to compete? Well, then you have to be extra careful. More than 3,000 young athletes from 13 different countries are gathering in Northeast Ohio this weekend. The Continental Cup International Youth Sports Festival will be in full swing, even with our extreme heat.
We do keep a close eye on it, especially as we start to get into the hotter hours of the day. We do provide coolers in between each fields, and we do have over 20 cases of water that we have provided.
Staying hydrated is essential in the 90-degree-plus temperatures we've been dealing with. Just finding a spot of shade for yourself can reduce the temperature a few degrees. Ron Áñez brought his soccer team up from the island of Curacao.
In the Caribbean, it's also hot. It's about 85 degrees. But we have a lot of wind up here, although it's pretty tricky. But the humidity up here was much higher. All right, guys.
Just in case any of the athletes get a little too caught up in the competition, medical personnel are on hand to help them out.
We're preaching hydration, especially even after they leave the venues, to make sure that the kids drink properly, that they're properly hydrated for their events either tonight or tomorrow.
With all of the events wrapping up this Sunday, it looks like the athletes will just have to continue dealing with our Cleveland heat wave. Now, fortunately, not all of the events will take place outside. The basketball tournament will be inside, but if you're playing baseball or soccer, you're just going to have to drink lots of water, young people, and stay cool. On your side, I'm Danita Harris, News Channel 5.
Danita, thank you. Although the best place to beat the heat seems like the water, we have a story about drowning dangers in Avon Lake. News Channel 5's Paul Kiska joins us live, where, Paul, there have been several drownings in the last couple of years.
Well, that's right, Lee, and as you said, this extremely hot weather really brings out the beachgoers. That's Huntington Beach here in Bay Village across the street from me. It's packed. The parking lot is filled, so we're across the street in the overflow parking lot to set up for this. Unfortunately, they had a drowning here less than 2 weeks ago. That was because of riptides, strong winds, strong waves. But what's happening further down the lakeshore in Avon Lake, in calm water, a much different situation.
Despite danger signs, this guy is standing, fishing right in and around where 7 people drowned in 15 years. A 23-year-old man drowned Wednesday while fishing. He fell off that ledge into a strong current. While most people here swim and fish in the public beach near Avon Lake's Miller Park, others venture into knee-deep water kept warm by water being discharged from the nearby power plant. The warm water attracts schools of fish, enticing fishermen and swimmers. Some who died here were just ages 8, 13, and 15.
It's sad that even one fatality would occur, and there's really no need to go way down by the power plant over there where the currents are rougher.
There's a sign, so if you go beyond that point, it drops off pretty significantly.
Not only is the calm, roped off, knee-deep water hiding an extremely strong current, the water drops off without warning. Avon Lake's Mayor Greg Zilka urging people to heed the warning signs, one of which is the warm water itself.
The water coming out of that area is very warm and it's very enticing. It's almost like a bath, and the closer you get to the danger, the warmer it gets, and it sort of invites people into that area. Even experienced swimmers have problems handling the situation.
All right, back live here tonight, and Mayor Zilka says these drownings bring back bad memories for him. When he was a child swimming with his father in Vermilion, where he was growing up, his father drowned right in front of him. He's asking everyone to be careful, especially there in Avon Lake. What makes it tricky, even though it's roped off, it starts as shallow water and drops off and strong currents. Live in Bay Village tonight, Paul Kiska, News Channel 5.
Paul, really good point that it's so important not to take these things for granted, even if you think you're very familiar with an area, and you've got to watch those warnings that are posted.
So truly, especially being out there today in person, I really see what the problem is. Even though the city and the power plant have done a good job with all the signs, the water starts off as shallow and drops off, and the current coming out of the power plant extremely vicious.
Got to play safe. Okay, Paul, thanks very much. Remember, you can stay on top of severe weather and advisories on your iPhone and iPad with our new Storm Shield app. You can customize alerts to where you live. Just look for the app in the iTunes Store or text WEWS to 46988.